Growth, longevity, understanding, and integrity. Me and you, we on the road. Graduate, self-discovery. Got a lot to learn in this life, and I'm excited. Gonna do it in my peace like mine. gon' reboot when you need reboot. What you gon' reboot? Reboot, a reboot, a reboot.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is so good to see you here. Oh, Lord. Well, you can't see me, but I can see you. I want to say welcome to today's edition of reBOOT, and I am so...
It is the reBOOT podcast today. We go on it too. AG, you back? I was about to hop right in there now.
Come on, listen. I want you to go ahead and jump on in there, Lena, because I'm having a little technical
difficulty is what she was gonna say. Listen, it's reBOOT today. I'm excited to see everybody. Welcome. We love when y'all come and have these great conversations with us. We're going to wait for spiritual thought leader and Shelly Willie to get in here with us and have this good conversation. But until then, chat, rebooters, put in the chat. Tell me how y'all week was. Did everybody have a good week? How was it? Let me know. AG, you back?
Listen, let me go here for a second. I'm gonna pull Shelly is away for a second, but just keep talking and just keep talking until I get this together, because something down in my shondo don't want to do right, but I think I'm gonna track it down. Keep going.
I just want to know how everybody's doing. How was everybody's week? Let us know. We would like to know how y'all did. My week was pretty good. Just kind of trying to take care of business this week and figure out I'm switching over from becoming a traveling stylist to working in a shop. So I've been looking for shops and I've been looking for suites. Down here in Texas, they have a lot of suite options. So I just been checking different places out, running the numbers, trying to figure out what's going to be the best place and the best fit for Phoenix, New York. So that's kind of been my week. Top Pump says, hello, beautiful. You look fabulous, E Phoenix. This is Phoenix Rising, baby. You hear me?
Come
yes.
On.
No, I'm not gonna say
rising. Come on here.
I love that. I love the idea of the Phoenix and the fact that it rises from the ashes. So I love that. So how you doing, Tall Pumps? I'm doing pretty good, girl. I'm over here. I'm feeling cute. Okay. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Afternoon, Michelle, Rebel Link. How y'all doing? Mel Holiday. Blessings. Top of the morning to y'all.
Truck driver, I see you. That's my Mufasa, BTD mom, Shelly B. I want to say, Shelly B, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Come on in the room. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Libras, I tell you what, yesterday was Shelly Welly's birthday, or actually the day before yesterday was Shelly Welly's birthday. Yesterday was my birthday, and so we have Shelly B's birthday on today, and we want to say happy birthday to you. Come on in the room. Come on in the room.
Listen, hold on now, because you gonna get the Baptist version too. Let me find my mic real quick.
Sing
and I'm gonna go on and bless you. Here it is. Happy birthday to you. Somebody done sent us a like. Shout out to all the Leos. It's y'all month. It's y'all time. I mean, 3-4 birthdays in a row.
This is Libra. Now, Leo is a whole nother month. She talking about May and all up in there. This is the Libra. Don't be trying to hone in and jump in on the Libras. This is Libra time. Libra. We got
me.
Scales. Come on here.
Shout out to the Libras.
Yeah, finish singing happy birthday to the child, would you?
Happy birthday to you.
You, and yes, even you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, baby. It's beautiful.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. Oh, she said my sister's birthday was yesterday. My daughter's 21st was on the 2nd, and we just came from Vegas celebrating. What?
Wow. Yes.
Y'all went down to Vegas and turned up. Listen, What happens in Vegas don't gotta stay in Vegas. Go on and put in the chat. Let us know how wild y'all got, because it's always a good time in Vegas.
Come on.
Congratulations to you, to your daughter, to your sister, to everybody. Happy birthday, man. It's a great time.
Yes. Now I'm still waiting for Shelly Welly to make her way back into the sanctuary here on the day. And so in the meantime, since we got, man, that's more birthdays. I'm telling you what, that the October is hot in that family. So here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday,
I love this song.
Yes, happy birthday to every last one of you from reBOOT. So here we go, Lena. There you go. Let's go ahead and take it away. Go ahead and take it away. Because listen, we got a podcast stream for you today that I know you guys are waiting with bated breath, and we're ready to go. Now, as y'all see, Lena is ready. Shelly, come on. I'm just trying to tell you. We about to get turned up. Let's roll with it. Lena. Here we go.
Thank you. Same to you too. Yes, today we are talking about, can y'all guess? Look, take a guess. Look, I see how you remember my couch is actually pink. And I done put some velvet red on my couch just for this show. Can y'all guess what we talking about today? Okay. Let me sit back just so y'all get a good view, you know?
See.
Some red velvet. Just for this show. Okay. Do you see my outfit? Huh? You see the girls? Have I introduced you?
The girl, you introduced them. We've been introduced to the girls.
Y'all been introduced to the girls? Okay. Today we are talking about sex. Oh, it just felt so good to say. No. We're talking about sex. We're talking about sexuality. Yeah, we can hear
you.
Shelly Welly.
Yes,
we're talking about that. We're talking about sexuality. We're talking about we're going to hit on gender. We're going to hit on, different things that go along with that. What is it? What actually is sex? What do y'all feel about it? Okay. So let's get into it. I'm going to give y'all my definition. I've been thinking about this because I always like to define stuff. I don't know why. But what do I define sex as? To me, it could be a plethora of things, right? It could be a joining of two souls or multiple souls, or it could be about just a pleasurable time where you're going to feel these feelings that nothing else can bring to you. So I think sex is a lot about connection and pleasure. And some people think the ultimate idea of sex is just about procreation, bringing other people into the world. What's your definition of sex, Saint Jean? Let me get my... Let me get my velvet correct. Okay, there you go. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Get your velvet right. Get your velvet right. Get that red hot velvet right.
Yes, honey. Okay.
Now, for me, I'm gonna let Shelly. Shelly was in here. Let me see. I think she's in here. Well, no, she's gone. So I'm going to reserve that my thoughts on that. I'm gonna let y'all flow with that because I think you gave a good. I think you gave a good definition of sex. I think you gave a good definition of sex. Wait a minute. Mel said she wants her legal pad.
Well, Mel, listen, I got mine over here, so we're gonna teach each other a little bit of something, because sex is so broad. A lot of people, there's a lot of different sexualities out here. A lot of people are doing a lot of different things. So let's see. Truck driver said, "Now I really need that water to wine."
You really do, because this is about to be on and popping. Are you out there? I'm not exactly sure. I think we might have some technical difficulties. Can you hear us?
Listen, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yay! Okay. All right. Good.
Cool. Lena was asking, what is your idea of sex? Shelly?
Yes. Okay. We're here.
Oh, okay. So
I
Lena was
what's happening today. I got kicked out immediately. They're like, "No, ma'am, you will not be involved."
I don't know. Bind the devil right now. Kim Possible said she missed your definition. But what is your definition of sex, Shelly Welly? That's the question on the floor.
My definition of sex would be intimate, physical pleasure between partners. I was going to say two partners, but I know that there is sex that involves multiple people. So definitely physical pleasure between partners.
Mel Holiday says, "Slimy devil." I think about the technical difficulties, or maybe he's talking about sex. I'm not sure.
I think she's
listen.
Either way, it fits. It fits either way. Okay. I basically just said my definition is for Kim who missed it. I was just saying it's basically about connection. It could definitely be about two souls kind of coming together in a very intimate way and joining and having this experience. It could also just be about having a pleasurable experience. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a deep connection, and you could just get like this amazing feeling of pleasure from it. And you can define it really a few different ways. Some people also feel like sex is just about procreating, and that's the whole idea behind it. That's why you have these, deep urges. Most people have the deep urges to have sex. It's because you want to procreate and recreate,
And honestly, how boring could you be? Like, we're one of the only species that even has this pleasure sensors in our sexual reproductive organs. Like, how boring could you be to only use sex for procreation?
Yeah. I mean, and I guess, that's how people, I want to say justify, but I know that's not the right word, but that's how people just explain these urges that it usually overcomes us. Most people, it usually overcomes. So I always thought that was interesting. I didn't hear that until like later on in life. Like, I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago, I started hearing people say that. So that was always interesting to me. Have you heard that, Eugene? Have you heard this definition or what people think of sex when it's just the feeling to procreate?
I think there are some religious connotations to that there are some people that really feel if they're in that real conservative, strict space of the only time you come together is because you're trying to procreate. And there are a lot of people that do it as a chore. People do it as a duty. And I know that may sound foreign to some, but there are a lot of people, it's just like, that's the way it goes down. I remember, and this is a true story, a lady at church talking about every time they got ready to have sex, sex, her husband, who was a preacher, would literally do, we get ready to do this in Jesus' name, pray in the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, the moment just ended right there. The moment just ended. So, you know, I think some people have had different experiences. Older people probably maybe a little more archaic, younger people a little more free. And that Real Confession said, oh my God, yes, we're going to do this in Jesus' name. We're going to pray all of this before you could even start to have relations. And I'm like, baby, you just lost me. Now, like BTD mom said earlier, you guys said 2 or more, but she's like, are you saying then that you can't have connections and relations with yourself? So the BTD mom put that out there earlier. And so is it only for 2 and more for pleasure, or, you know, Kim Possible? Yes, we can do this in Jesus' name and prayer and the whole 9. So, yeah.
Listen, I want to say that reBOOT supports self-pleasure, self-sex, you with yourself. We support it. We love it. We support toys. We support you exploring your sexuality. Let's just say that. So I just accidentally left that out of the definition. So I think sex definitely includes that. So let's just put that out there. Matter of fact, we might have to put that in our bio just to make sure people understand our stance on that. But yes, I think that it does include that. And I think that you should. I really do think that you should. Probably.
You should self-pleasure. I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you should self-pleasure and self-explore. And I think that will kind of help you. And a lot of people say that it helps you when you actually, if you decide to have sex with another person, it helps you because you kind of know where things are. You kind of know which, position and what side and how hard to do something, how soft to do something. So I think it's important.
When to do it hard, when to do it soft.
Yes, there are a lot of people that are really clueless about that because they really don't know. So those are some good points.
This is my question.
Love it.
If we all out here doing it, we all out here enjoying sexual intercourse, sexual pleasure, why is it so weird? Why is it so awkward? Why is it so why is it so awkward to talk about it to certain people?
Because it's still like, it's still like sacred. Like there's stuff that I'll tell my girlfriends that I'm not telling my grandma. But there's also stuff that I feel like my grandma shouldn't tell me. Like every Valentine's Day, when I'm in town, every Valentine's Day, she's like, can you go to the store and get some KY? Like, grandma, no, you have to tell me what you're getting.
Grandma is asking you to go to the store to get her some KY jelly.
She tells me cherry flavored KY jelly Valentine's Day. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me. It's not like you're sending up. You just want to share. I'm taking you to the store.
Jesus Christ. That is weird. It just makes me laugh. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do if my nanny or my mama was like, yo, go give me some KY jelly and look me dead in my eye and be like, and be back in 30 minutes.
Period.
Sooner. 30 minutes? That's a long time. I need you to be back ASAP. 2 and 10.
Listen, Mel, how they said grandma is getting her freak on. Okay.
Come on. And you don't need to know that.
But why not, Shelly? That's the question. Why is it weird?
I like to go to my house and lay in her bed next to her and watch cartoons. And I lay in her bed next to her and watch cartoons, 27-year-old woman, knowing that the cherry flavored KY been all over up and through this bed.
But how do you think you got here, Shelly? How do you think you got here?
Right.
That is true.
Grandma has needs, and it might be snow on the rooftop, but there's fire in the furnace.
Fire. You hear me? She ain't playing.
Fire. It's snow on the rooftop, but it's fire in the furnace. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Listen, I tell her every year, like, grandma, you go to Walmart. You don't need to tell me I'm going up in this Walmart. Let's just go and get over it.
Wait, BTD mom says some saints don't know pleasure. Look how hard they jerk while shouting. Speak on it. Speak on it. Now, Now, Granny asks you to go get it. She doesn't go get it. She asks you to go get it, right?
She asked me to ride to. So this is what I'm saying. There's absolutely no for her to decide me what she's getting, because all I'm asking for is a ride to the store. You don't need to tell me what you're going in there and get. Just go get it.
Well, maybe she's trying to give you some, she's trying to inadvertently say you can use KY and jelly if you didn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I can't.
She
might be. That's probably what she's trying to give me.
It's a raid, y'all. It's a raid. Mike City. Mike City is coming in the room.
Welcome.
Come on in.
Yes, Mike City, thank you so much for the raid, and we appreciate you coming in. And thank you for everybody that thank you, and come on in the room. Come on in the Lions Den, because we talking up in here. Welcome. Let's welcome all of our raiders as they come in. Auntie Diddy, I see you. Mike City, I see you. Crazy Fairy Tale. Come on, I see you. Come on in here. Appreciate you.
We thank y'all for coming in. Listen, I want to know what is. So everybody just came in, and what we're about to start off on is, what is everybody's favorite sex story? Do you have a favorite sex story? Do you have a funny sex story? Because I want to hear it.
Hey. Okay, before we get on to the sex stories, I'm on topic real quick. So I was talking about her goes and asks for every day to get really tall pumps asked in the comments. So how old is grandma? Partner won't bring supply. That is another part of this problem, pumps. My grandparents are together. So that's another thing that she's bringing in. She's violating my mind and my memory. She's telling me things that I don't know her and my grandpa are involved in that I totally separate from. I don't want to hear this.
But if it wasn't such a taboo subject, if it wasn't so most people feel weird about it, would it really be an issue? Why is it that it sticks onto your mind? Because everybody's having sex. So what is it that's making it so bad?
I think it's because it's like, I don't know about everybody else. Can you hear me?
Hey, audio is breaking. Can you hear it clearly, Lena? Because I'm breaking up on my end.
I can hear it a bit. But it is breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody else, but I turn into a whole different bedroom. So I feel like I don't want everybody to know who that person is.
I feel you. I understand. So I think you said you turn into a whole different person in the bedroom. You don't feel like you want everybody to know who that person is. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay. So, I feel you on that. But grandma might turn into a whole different person too.
Right.
She might be Miss Bernadette, Mrs. Bernadette, the captain in the bedroom. You don't know.
No, ma'am.
Why is okay? So let's deal with this for a second. Why is there a discomfort thinking that your older or senior family members that are sexual? I'm trying to understand the discomfort in that.
Because she's this sweet old woman who makes all the desserts for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's just like, I don't want to see her transforming into the guacanator by night. Like, I don't want to see her. I don't want to even imagine it.
Well, I understand. I definitely understand. But listen, just like grandma whipping that cake batter, and sometimes she take it in the 8-hourglass figure. Listen, that's the same stuff she doing in the bedroom, except not with a spatula, but with them hips. That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
I can't. Okay, we gotta get off grandma. We gotta get off grandma. Yeah. Let me hear one of these. Let me hear one of these sex stories. I don't see any in the comments.
We gotta get off grandma. Shelly's traumatized. Listen, our safe word is what's our safe word? Pineapple. So if something is too much, let us know. That's for the comment. That's for the viewers too. If it's too much, just say pineapples, and we'll try to tailor it a little bit.
Yes. If you say pineapples, you're gonna hear this.
Oh my gosh. Daylin said you're here because of Granny's WAP. No.
Exactly.
Come on, come through.
I love it.
Oh shoot.
I can't.
Wait, Kim said my mother started talking about her sex life with my dad last year during the pandemic. At first, hold on, I'm missing it. At first, I was like, ew, but now I realize where I get it from.
Come on. And BTD Mom wants you to know that sex is still good over 60. In case you wanted to know, it's still good. And yes, it is.
And then, listen, a lot of nursing homes started having issues with STDs.
Yes.
Because all the people in there, everybody has STDs, and they're like, y'all in here having sex? Everybody's in there having sex.
They're getting busy, baby. You best
80,
know.
bad hip, on a cane, in a wheelchair, making pies. You know, they having sex.
Yes.
It is a natural feeling for everybody. Most people.
Yes.
I can only imagine though, at that age, you're just like, whatever, like we're here already.
I don't know, Shelly.
What,
Shelly? Can you imagine yourself at 80 years old?
80 years old doing it? I don't want to imagine it.
Can you imagine yourself at 80? No, not sexually.
Oh, can I imagine me at 80? Yeah. I can imagine me.
Okay. Can you imagine yourself at 80 with the same sexual urges that you have now at this age?
Yes.
Okay. What do you plan to do about it? Are you gonna just be like, well, I'm old, and so that's over, that's done? Or are you gonna be like, give me some hip cream and let's get it going?
Not hip cream. I'm gonna be done. I'm going to be done. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna knit and hope that I can forget about what's happening. Y'all should be knitting.
I don't believe that, Shelly.
Grannies, y'all should be knitting.
But why?
I just can't. Woo.
I think it's an issue of, because, and it's just like, you know, it's hard to, these people who have raised you or older people, it's hard to see them as anything else. You know, we see them as, oh, this is grandma. She makes me cookies. She makes me pies. And I can come to her for advice. And that's who she is. But really, grandma's a full person. Grandma had a thought phase. Grandma had a few partners before grandpa. I don't know your grandma's story. I'm not talking about you, ma'am, specifically. I'm just saying, you know, and so, you know, these older people they're full people. So they have different aspects to themselves, and they have a sexual side. And it's not nasty. It's not weird. It's just something to, you know, wrap your mind around.
And I feel like I could maybe talk to like other older people about it, like have this conversation with other older people. I feel like because it is my grandmother, I'm just like, please. Please give me a break.
Oh wow. Daylin said Shelly's in denial. Seek help as soon as possible.
Listen. I think that's so funny. Well, let's go to the let's hear this. Shelly, we're gonna pray for you. Everybody put Shelly on your prayer list at your churches, and so she can so when she gets 80, she's still, you know, having a good time. But
these
let's talk about
on fire.
Read them.
Okay, so Mel said if you don't use it, you will lose it. BTD Mom said she plans on enjoying sex at D. Mike City said apply the Bengay, you can stroke all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then truck driver said, I'm not stopping until my heart stops beating. Y'all, this am I the one who
And
needs help?
listen,
Yes.
I feel like I'm
Wait,
not
listen.
the one who needs help here.
listen, when your heart stops beating, your body still functions for at least 2 or 3 minutes afterwards. So I mean, even after the heart stopped beating, you feel me?
You still trying to get a rumper thump even after.
Listen, that would be a wonderful way to go out of here. You 89. How did Charles die? Girl.
That's exactly what I said, Mike City. Mike City said, I find that people can't see their parents or elders getting down because they're big freaky and they can't imagine Meemaw getting it in like them. Exactly. I transform in that room. I become a whole different human being. So I cannot see my grandmother becoming a whole different human being.
You got to block.
No, I got to block.
Yeah.
And I want it. And I want to keep it. It stays there.
I want this block. I don't need that information. I don't need to be that free. Right. Is that Mino or Mino? Mino said, on top of me, off of Colors Purple. Color Purple.
I've never seen the Color Purple.
Now, why would she say that at that man's funeral? Why was she telling folks that? On top of me. That's
Girl,
not
she was glad to be out of there. She was she was happy. That's all I can say about that.
Them kids were skipping when they were leaving the house. She's like, honey, this is the house to you. She said, I'm going on down to, she said, all right now. Like, oh, she ready.
See, I'm trying to tell you. And BTD mom said it is absolutely euphoric having sex without having to worry about getting pregnant.
Oh, I want to feel that.
That's true.
That is true.
I want to feel that because I have an anxiety about it because every time something happens and it don't matter what protection was used. Am I pregnant?
Listen.
And it every time. So I'm sure that is amazing. I'm sure that is. So you got to at least go past. You got to at least go past whatever. So when you're not able to have kids anymore, you got to at least go past there, Shelly.
I will. Yeah. Well, yes. Well, first of all, I've had a tubal ligation. So even though it's possible, it's like a 0.001% chance that I could conceive.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
I think I'm in the area, kind of a gray area, but in the area of being able to know that I'm not going to have kids.
Well, that's just amazing.
Okay.
No worry, no stress.
Listen.
Now, y'all keep, you know what I think is happening? Y'all are trying to not answer my question.
No, I'm not.
Yes, y'all are. My question, I said it 3 times. Now, chat and Spirit Star Leader Angie, Shelly, what is y'all favorite sex story or your funniest sex story? Or it don't have to be about you. Maybe something you heard or da-da-da.
Okay, like I have a few. Oh, they answered it. I see it. I've been trying to check the comments, but I didn't see it. Can you post it again?
Yes,
but while
please.
you post it, kind of funny, kind of embarrassing. I'm really bad about not knowing when I've embarrassed myself until way after I've embarrassed myself. And this is one of those situations. So my first time going to one of those like pure romance parties, like where you come in, and the ladies know what I'm talking about, but for the men, these parties are like where a woman hosts and she sells sex toys and different like pleasure items. So I went to this party. I was like, I want to say 18. I might have even been 17. It was my cousin's wedding, her bachelorette party. She's getting married. Go to this party. The lady's like, oh, does anybody want to try any of the flavored or the tingling or the warming things? And nobody wanted to do it. Everybody was acting shy, like clutching their pearls, sitting back on the couch. And I was just like, fuck it. I ain't no bitch. So I stood up. I'm like, okay, let me try. Give me one of the things. I don't care which one you give me. Just give me one, Tasha. So she gave me a Q-tip with some cream on the end of it. And she was like, just put it on your lips and it will tingle. I'm like, okay. I sit down on the couch and I start putting the Q-tip on my lips like chapstick. You said put it on my lips. I put it on my lips. So my lips proceed.
You put it on your lips and not your lips.
To burn off of my face. And I'm just like, what is happening? So she can see my obvious discomfort in the corner, and she was like, you didn't go to the bathroom. Where did you put the cream? And I'm like, I put it on my lips, and I'm like pointing to my face. And she's like, no, ma'am, that's not what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to go to the bathroom and put it on those lips. And she points at her crotch. And I'm like, well, listen, you could have told me this from the beginning. You said lips. I don't know what lips. I don't know what we're doing.
Wow.
That
So here I am, my lips swelled up, and I'm just talking like this, and like
Yeah,
they're burning. I have tears in my eyes. It was all bad. I'm like, what?
Shelly had duck lips.
Duck lips, real life
Honey.
duck lips.
That might not have been too bad. Some brothers would have been like, bring them duck lips over here.
right.
Why would you not have told me which lips? I just don't understand.
I'm concerned why it was burning that bad. Because if it was burning your lips, I could imagine the burn down there.
No, so she gave me some more, and she's like, all right, now go try to put it on the right lips, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to work the same way. So I tried it on the right lips, and it actually was like a really gentle tingling sensation down there. It wasn't the intense, like, searing that was on my mouth.
Oh, wow.
It
Wow.
was a real gentle kind of like, just, you could tell that it was tingling, but it wasn't like overwhelming or burning.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? I like Minos. 1-800-2-LIPS. Choose.
What age did you do?
Two lips. Choose.
I can't take it. Yeah.
Mike
Everywhere.
said he was doing the do with the woman that lived at home with her mom. The mom came home, so she hid me in the closet. She didn't want her mom to know a man in the house. She was still coming and jumped in the closet with me to keep going. And yeah, I later found out she was married and they were staying with her mom.
What?
I later found out she was wait, so she was married to a woman?
No. Well, I don't know.
Later
No.
found out she was married and
I
they were
think she's
staying with
saying
her
that
mom.
she was married to a man and they were living with the woman's mom.
Oh, the husband and wife were living with the mom.
Yes. So
That's
Mike was about to
scandalous.
get cheater. That's scandalous, Mike City. That's scandalous.
So wait, did y'all keep going in the closet?
Yeah, you was in that thing.
What? Listen, risk it for the biscuit.
Complete that mission, baby.
Risk
Woo!
it for the biscuit.
Complete it. You heard me?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So
Come in here. This is too much.
So
for at least another hour.
In the closet. Now, Mama heard y'all in that closet.
Mama heard some.
At this point, y'all knocking hangers down. The doors is rattling. She didn't think she had no mics that big to be doing all that damage.
He said mission accomplished. Now, really, there are some people that get more stimulated when they're in danger of getting caught. You know, it's like that can become a stimulant as well. So we know
the mom thought Mike was the husband, so she just didn't interrupt.
Wow.
Listen, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think the wife was having a heyday because mama's in here. I'm about to get found. I'm in here with the man that's not my husband. I think she was really going for it.
You hear me?
She was going for it. She said, listen, I'm already here.
I'm already here. Already here.
Oh my God.
Finish the assignment. You're right, Kim Possible.
Come on.
Finish the assignment.
So this is a true story, but it's not about me. So this is my story and I'm out. But this is it is about me, but it wasn't me having the sex. So Royal Confessions is in here. So this is a scenario where Royal Confessions and her husband used to have me come to the city all the time to preach. And so I went in and they gave me the assigned rooms. Well, first and foremost, they had me jacked up. So they gave my sister, they had a suite. So they gave the suite to my sister and to my brother-in-law. So I wasn't about to tell them leave the room. BTD mom and her husband. And by then they probably had consecrated it. It was getting ready to. But anyhow, I wouldn't get ready to put them out the room. So they gave me another room when they found out that they had made a mistake. And so as I went and opened the door and unlocked the room and opened the door, the subway was working and he was all the way down and she was going forth, and I walked in and the saints were completely now not Royal Confessions. They don't get this confused. It wasn't Royal Confessions, but they had invited me down, baby, and I was down was the word. So when I opened that door and the couple was in there and they were so caught up, I walked into the room, shocked, stood there, door open. They never knew I had been there.
Oh wow. They were going for it.
They were going for it.
You can't see anything else.
Listen. And so all of that night, all the next day, I'm preaching down here in the city and I'm reminded of these people in that room because, I mean, they were really caught up. Now, that was caught up. That was probably my favorite and funniest sex story because I was like, I cannot believe that these jokers, I'm all the way in your room while y'all going forth and y'all don't even know I was in there.
Now said STL was going to be a side piece. You were going to be a unicorn.
Listen, they was into that thing. You hear me? And the subway,
Lord Jesus,
the subway had gone down, and it was over. It was over, and I guess they were just at that place where it wasn't nothing else to do because they were in their own world. They were in a whole nother universe, and my presence in that room made absolutely no difference whatsoever.
Because they can't see, they can't think, they can't do anything else but what they focused on.
I'm saying.
And to get the job done.
Tall Pumps answered us. I've been busted by my kids 3 times.
Lord
in
Jesus.
3 different spots in the house. And one time my daughter walked in with my niece. The only thing he had to cover up with was the small couch pillows that we could grab. I shot out the room like a bullet. Oh my God.
That's crazy. I'll tell you.
These
Lord
children.
Jesus, they just too much. I'm so glad listen.
They will. There's a meme on the internet where the boy was like, I walked past your bedroom door last night and I was just wondering, why were you guys in there clapping?
No.
Why were you guys in there clapping?
That's funny.
And I'm just here to say that it's happened. It's happened in real life. My child has walked up to me and been like, y'all were clapping in the middle of the night. And I don't know, was the show good? Were you clapping for the TV show?
I could not take it. Why don't y'all need to soundproof these rooms? No, I was like, because honey, the kids is curious. They just are naturally. That's so funny. It's just me here at this house. So there ain't gonna be no interruptions, okay?
But does the cat not like hide under the bed and then look at you while you're in the thick of things?
Girl, I wish that mother. Hey, listen, that cat stays out of my room, okay? So if anything's going on in that room, he's definitely not in there. That's 100. I don't want to see the cat just regularly, but that's another story. Crazy Berrytown said, my funny story. Crazy Berrytown said, I was in college doing the do with my boo with the lights out and the TV on. We were caught up and kept hearing these claps and cheers. We peeked out the blinds and they could see our getting busy shadow. They was cheering us on. No. I almost died.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because those college dorm blinds are unforgiving. So I know they saw you outside that window.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God.
And if you're like anybody else in college, Crazy Berrytown, I know you had your bed lifted all the way to the ceiling, so they got a good view.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
They got a good view.
Listen, my story, it's more so, it was scary at the time. But when I think back to it, it's really funny. So I was talking to this guy at the time. His name was, I don't remember his name, but he was from Chicago. I remember he was from Chicago because I like his accent. Okay, and so we used to I lived with my mother at the time. I don't know what his situation was, but we didn't go to his house. We didn't go to my house. So we decided to go to the park. We went to a lake park, a park lake where you can drive in the lake, and they have like little place where you can sit and watch the lake or feed the ducks or whatever. So, honey, we went up to this, the place where you sit, you have barbecues. I forgot what that's called. What is that called? A shelter. It was just a shelter up there, and we're up there and we decided to start fooling around a little bit, and it's dark, so nobody can really see us, but you can see my car. My car is white. Well, we didn't realize that the lake closed at 9. Okay. So when the lake closes, the police, they do a drive around and they make sure nobody's in the park. It's time for y'all to go, whatever. And so, me in Chicago, we on up there just in our own little world. We ain't seeing, thinking, hearing nothing. Okay. And then all of a sudden, this light flashes in our face. And I was God, shit, that's the fucking police. And so the police is like, and he like tries to hurry up and pull into the parking lot and come up to the car. And so we trying to hurry up and like get ourselves together. We discombobulated. And so we get ourselves together, and the police, he just shines the light right on us. And so here I come to the top of the front of the car, and then he comes on the other side, and we just look at it. The police officer just shining the light, letting us like melt in the embarrassment. And so,
of course,
I was like, is everything okay? Is there a problem? And he was like, the park is closed. And we was like, oh, okay, officer, we'll go ahead and leave. And he was like, and then he just drove off. And so we drove behind him, and it was just the most embarrassing, scary thought. Like, he gonna take us to jail because we out here in this park.
Oh my goodness!
Wait,
the park is closed, but
you were outside, like on the banks.
Huh?
You were in the car. You weren't outside.
No, we were not in the car.
Oh, you were outside. Oh,
we were outside. We were outside. We needed to feel the air. We needed the elements, Yeah, so I thought I was going to jail. I thought I was going to have to call my mom and say, Mama, please come get me because I'm out here doing crazy stuff in the park, and this ain't how you raised me, but here I is. But I didn't have to.
Shine a light on him.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. That old police officer. He could have just like hunk his horn and kept driving. We would have left. He'd have to come up there and do us like that. But guess what?
Shine a light on him. Kim says, shine a light on him.
We went back to that park some weeks later, but we just knew to leave by 9 o'clock. Okay.
Right. So gotta get out of here by 9. Gotta get. So you clearly like to be one with Mother Nature while you're becoming one with yourself.
Not really. I just keep meeting these guys that's into stuff, and I'm the crazy one to be like, yeah, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's see what it's like. I'll just have the experience, and there it is. But it's a little nerve wracking, but it is what it is. It's fun.
Hey, Mike City said he has one more. He said, okay, so during me and someone else going forth, she didn't know that she could squirt. So she was making so much noise. Her roommate burst in thinking that there was something wrong with her. We jumped up on the bed, but the floor was dripping wet. The roommate burst in asking what's happening and slipped on her juices. So she was so embarrassed. LMAO. Oh my God. What I'm curious about are squirting juices, is the viscosity similar to urine or is it like thicker?
I think it's similar, but I don't know.
Is
Mike City,
like
who said that story?
Is it like a water thickness or is it thicker?
I think it's the same.
I feel like I don't know.
Viscosity of
that's funny. Just a little.
It's a little thicker.
So thinner than semen is what I'm assuming. Thinner than semen, but a little thicker than water.
You should have named your girlfriend Juicy Fruit.
Yeah, you definitely should have named her Juicy Fruit. That, like, in your cell phone, that should be her name. Well, since it's not.
You know very well Who you are? No, it's right.
wanted
What did
to, I
the
couldn't.
roommate say? What did the room? I would have
Yeah.
said, "This is what I'm in here doing." You can't tell the difference between it. Well, sometimes you can't.
See,
Tell the difference
Yeah.
between what?
Listen, Mel Holiday says, "What is sext?"
What is sex?
I think that's
Sexting,
when
like sending sexy text messages back and forth. Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
but-
baby, I want to pin you up against the refrigerator.
listen, and then you say refrigerator. I'm gonna pin you up on the stove. You know, you just keep going. You know,
Right.
and then it's
yes.
just like it's more than flirting. It's like sex, like you actually having sex through text. Yes.
Yes.
Sex. Exactly. So it's like phone sex, except for you texting instead of talking. So
I know
you
a lot
guys-
of people in here are not on our Facebook page, but I asked this week, and I kind of want to ask again just to see what where people's heads are at. Would you rather walk in on your parents having sex every single time you go to their house, or send your mother every nude that you've ever taken? And I'm talking about even the nudes that you may have forgot about, that you took when you were like 16, thinking you were cute with your little flip phone.
Them pixelated
naked pixelated nudes. The nudes that you took in her master bathroom because you didn't want to take them in your little dirty ass bathroom because you had clothes and toothpaste on the mirror.
Shelly,
every single nude.
Listen, so do you want to? Would you rather send every single nude you've ever taken to your mother, or every time you go to your parents' house, walking on them having sex?
Yes, that's it. I want to know. My city said her roommate was shocked and never let her live it down. They used to say things like, "I was covered in your vagina juice. We are friends for life." Facts. You're gonna be in my wedding.
Listen, if somebody's covered in my vagina juice, yeah, that's a life. Listen, the whole way through.
It might as well be blood in, blood out, because at this point,
that's crazy. Okay, for that question, would I rather? I'm gonna say I would rather send all the nudes I've ever taken to my mom.
Oh, sorry about
Kim,
that.
It's that simple.
Kim just said nudes because she's never taken it. Kim, you've never taken a nude?
What's going on?
Kim.
Huh? Give us the reason for that, Kim. Why have you never taken a nude picture? Okay, Top Plum says
your bra and panties count.
Top Plum says, well, my mother already done seen yours and will probably delete them. I go with the pics. Listen, my mama, I feel like my mama done seen me naked so many times, not in a sexual manner, just like, you know, I usually don't like to have clothes on. So I don't see, I would rather do that than the other thing. I feel like the other thing would be too traumatizing.
Nudes are different. Nudes, you all posed up. You hitting that Little Kim album cover pose, but you're naked. Nudes are different.
Yeah.
I can't send my mom the nudes, man. I can't.
She just gonna laugh, and she be like, "Girl, I got something I want you to see. I was thinking about." That's just what's gonna happen. Your mom's gonna become your best friend. That's all that's gonna happen. Look, somebody gave us a story.
Now, Tall Pumps says as long as it's only pics and no videos. No, videos too. Everything.
Videos? What kind of videos?
All of them. The ones where you naked.
The ones where you naked. So has anybody made a personalized sex video, or has anybody thought about putting a porn video out there, or what?
Absolutely.
Is this something that you would do?
My picture was a Polaroid. Mel said my picture was a Polaroid. The videos I think are enticing. I have my own like personal what do you call it? Repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My picture was a Polaroid. That's funny.
I
want to read.
I can't.
I want to read this. Truck driver said, "My story is that I was in a new gated subdivision in the back seat getting busy, and the cop came up to the car just as we was about to bust. And I said, 'Hold, we are almost done.' And he said, 'You got 15 minutes?'"
That cop
Listen,
is a G. That cop is a G.
Listen, blue lives do actually matter in this. Listen, I'm so impressed. I love this guy. Yes, that's how you respond. Respect to the cop.
Respect to
Exactly.
the
That's so
cop. You
great.
got
That is so
15
great.
minutes.
Listen, you got
So
15
wait, did you get
minutes.
in after the 15 minutes? Did you get in trouble?
You got 15 minutes. I love it. I love it.
I love it too.
But I
That's
feel
how
like
you
the
show
cops
some.
in both of these stories are really cool because I've totally heard stories go the opposite way where the cop was just like a dickhead.
My cop was a dickhead. My
Was
cop
he?
was. You should have seen the way he was shining that light, and he was just like,
But he didn't like give you guys a ticket or anything. He was just like, the park is closed.
I would have rather him be like, "Oh, you guys over here having fun. Wow, I do gotta give you a ticket, but hey, I hope you had a good time." I would have much rather that.
You wouldn't have.
Yes, I
that
would.
That ticket is a I think you have to like register as a sex offender if you're caught having sex in public.
Oh Lord. Okay, well maybe I wouldn't
It's a
rather
thing.
maybe I wouldn't rather the ticket, but still, like he didn't have to have us like sit there in that embarrassment. Like he could just be like, "Y'all go out of here."
I don't know. I need to Google it, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Like I've heard of people having to register because they were like having sex at a park or something like that.
Oh, I think I've actually heard that too. Okay, let's see. What was my question? What was the question? I would
had asked
say
about the new. Oh, go ahead.
I would do the news. That's what I was gonna say. I would do the news. What would you do, Shelly?
Man, I'm catching my parents every single time.
I can't deal with it. I just can't
I'm
deal with it.
catching my parents.
What are you doing?
I'll just go to therapy. I'll just have
You
to
go
go
to
to
another
therapy.
therapy? Any other opinions on the board? What are y'all doing?
Said, girl, Chicago cops will let you jerk them or give them head and you're good. I heard from a friend. Oh my goodness.
Where they at?
Cops are about that live.
I love the Chicago accent. I don't know what it is. That guy, it's something about that accent. Over her, I can't even do it.
What is it? Can you do it?
I can't even do the Chicago accent. It just sounds so good.
I watched The Shy, but I feel like none of them have an accent. None of them.
I don't know about that. It's like I don't know, but I just love it. I just love Chicago.
Is it a Chicago accent?
It is. They be like, "Oh, I can't voice it. I don't know how to do it." But
Top Pump said they sound just like you. What are you talking about?
Top Pump said we know y'all. Top Pump from Chicago. I'm telling. Yeah, she told us that. She told us because of the South Side. I'm telling you, it's the way y'all pronounce here, or it's like I don't know. It's not completely that, but I just love it.
Accent that I like Baltimore.
Girl,
is it Baltimore?
Yeah,
like Just Hilarious. I like that accent.
Oh, is that Baltimore? Yeah, because she be like Baltimore. I like all country boy accents. I really do.
Rebel said I like New York City. Oh yes, a Brooklyn accent, girl.
Yes, they just sound so. Oh, I don't know. I just love it. So okay, that brings to my next question. What turns you guys on? What is sexy to you, but not necessarily sexual? You see what I'm saying? So like an accent, it's not really sexual, but it's really sexy to me. Like the Chicago accent, Jamaican accent, the country accent. What else do I like? I like all type of the Mississippi accent. Just country. I don't know what it is. I like it. What about you, Shelly?
I like caring, like somebody who's like romantic. Does that count? Since it's not technically sexy, like somebody who's like, let me chivalry, yes. Let me open the door for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Royal Confession said a bow-legged man.
A bow-legged man? Really?
What is that? Why is it so sexy?
Royal Confession.
Why is bow leg so sexy? Because I like it too, but I don't know why.
I don't even know what to call it. I call it like a hidden dom because I like to be dominant in the bedroom, but I'm like super submissive outside the bedroom. So it's like if you treat me like you just have to really care for me. I'm
bow-legged, baby. I like that too, Shelly. I think that it's interesting what turns you on that's not sexual, and I think it just says what it is that you really like. You just really like it. I'm trying to think of what's another thing for me. If a man, yes. What about you?
I think we've shocked Aunt Jean today.
Oh, I'm not shocked. No, y'all ain't know. Y'all ain't said nothing today that shocked me. Just caring. If the person is extremely caring, that is very sexy to me.
Yes. And genuinely, like not just trying
Yes.
to like be sweet so they can get some, but genuinely like caring for you.
Yes.
I like if I cook dinner and then I'm chilling.
We know.
He goes
And
up
he
in there.
compliments it.
Oh, you gonna go there? Yes.
Okay.
Listen, if I cook some food and a man is grubbing like he ain't ate in 2 months, I'm gonna be so turned on. It's gonna be crazy. Like he gonna be like, let me get another plate. You want another plate? You want another plate? I will be
Truck
so
driver
turned
said
on.
a woman that stands back in her legs. But yes, Lena, we know you in these plates.
Truck driver, a woman that stands back in her legs. Do y'all know what that means?
Like,
it's
no.
like when the leg. So this is your leg and this is the knee. But when you like resting, you kind of put your knee back like that, and your knees go back, right?
Oh, okay. I think I know.
You lock your knees. When you lock your knees,
yes.
is that what you mean? Hey,
Kim posted a good one. She said a black man in a cream sweater or a leather jacket and jeans. Yes, ma'am.
Ooh,
and with some nice smelling cologne. Ooh.
But I think that cologne is sexual. Why else do you put on cologne? Think about it. Why do you put on perfume? Why else do you put on cologne? To make
I don't know, but listen, y'all. That brings me to a story. I was dead asleep one morning. My husband had just gotten like a new promotion and he was going into work. But listen, they wear uniforms. So it's like he can't dress up like a new suit, whatever. He's putting on like the same uniform. This man gets up, like this is the first day back after the promotion. This man gets up and puts on cologne with this uniform. Do y'all know how quickly I hopped out of bed when I smelled that cologne? What are you doing, sir? You are going to go work on aircraft. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Why are you putting on cologne to go change the oil? Like, I'm so confused right now. Take it off. Take the whole uniform off. Get back in that shower. Put on some Dove for men. And go on about your day.
Listen. So what I think, I think it is. You want to be attracted to people, even if it's not necessarily sexual. You want people to, smell you and say, wow, he smells good. Oh, wow, she smells good. And I think it kind of just, goes to the sexual level sometimes. But yeah, I understand.
Mike so more of the comments, Mel said a breathing man.
I love it.
I can't.
Y'all have missed Tall Pumps. Tall Pumps is going forth in this chat, y'all.
What'd she say? Hey, read some of her comments.
All of these, but I can't even with some of y'all.
Listen, she is now. First and foremost, y'all missed. Mel gave y'all understanding of why y'all like bow-legged men, because she said earlier on, because he can wrap his legs all around you with them bowed legs. I don't know that she's too far from the truth on that, so I had to bring that one in, Mel. But Tall Pump said a man that looks good and smells good naked's in all caps there, looking at him laying there glistening like a steak and potato dinner, just shining, y'all, just shining. Then she went on to have true confessions, because basically she said, talk about be hungry, and if I had a penis, it would rise up. She's stimulated, y'all. She's stimulated.
I can't.
Listen,
that was great. Honey. Mother broke that thing down. He said, hungry.
Mike City said, I'm big on a woman like wearing t-shirt. Wait. Hold on, Mark. My comments keep leaving. I'm big on a woman like, do you see it, AG? It keeps leaving.
Let me go back up to that. I'm big on a woman like wearing a t-shirt and she's just covered enough. Like in my shirt, I will eat you alive. And there's a whole lot of interpretations of the word eat.
It's over. It's done for you.
There's a whole song. T-shirt in my panties on, isn't it?
That's it. That just like you like it. T-shirt. Yeah, what?
Yes.
Waiting for you. Do you know the song?
I know the whole song.
T-shirt in my pants.
And
Okay,
now
well,
I have
I
to go
can't
remove
take
it
a
from my
listen.
Apple library because I can't do that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
How you know that song ain't Gene?
Man.
Next question. Listen, let's talk about mutual masturbation. Is this something that anybody's into or have done? Do y'all not know what it is? Do y'all know what it is? Let's talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what it is. Mutual masturbation is when you and a partner or multiple partners masturbate while you're not having sex. You are having sex. So you're masturbating together, but you're doing yourself, they're doing them, or things like that. And y'all kind of just like watching each other. Is that something that you're into, have done, like to do it, like to try it? Pointers, tips. If you want pointers, if you want tips, let's hear about it.
Yes. I feel like it's intriguing for sure. And I would try. I would absolutely try it.
Mm-hmm.
While everyone's typing, I want to address Tall Pumps. Tall Pumps is out of pocket today.
I am not mad at all.
She said, a man that is into high heels like me, go shoe and panty shopping with him. Lucky if we get out of the mall parking lot. I just need to know. I need elaboration.
Is this what she's into?
About getting him heels? Or
is this what she's into?
That's what she said. She said this is what she's into.
Even if, okay, this is what she into. Everybody was in it when Prince first came out. Because Prince had on heels every show, every time
you see him. Need to know.
And every woman was like, this man can get it.
Yes.
You heard me? Excuse me, saleswoman. I need that in a size 10, and I also need it in a size 8. Because, listen, we about to be
Mino said she's not, or they, I think it's she, but I'm going to say they. Mino said they're not into it. They'd rather just jump your bones. Okay. Mel also said no, she's a selfish lover. Kim said she's done it. Tall Pump said she's done it in the Victoria's Secret dress. Ooh,
yes. Come on. With the feet showing and everything.
I'm not mad at
when people see his 4 feet and it ain't just 2 feet. And y'all, the walls is not, you on the wall, the walls is rickety. Y'all really out here. I'm liking all of this. Listen.
Tall Pumps is adventurous and I ain't mad at her.
Is anybody in the Mile High Club?
No.
Yeah. Is anybody in our chat in the Mile High Club?
It's for sure a goal, but no.
Yep, Tall Pumps is a freak.
So Mike City and Tall Pumps have been deemed the freaks of the chat.
Truck driver's a freak. Who else? All y'all some freaks.
Phoenix is a freak.
Let your freak flag go.
Is
Get
there
your
an actual freak flag?
Get your freak on.
Get your freak on.
Yeah.
There is an actual freak flag?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so explain the Mile High Club.
Oh, the Mile High Club. Tall Pumps is, of course, Tall Pumps is a member. The Mile High Club is when you have sex on an airplane in the sky.
Okay.
So has anybody done that? So Tall Pumps this is one of my goals. Prince is the only man with the perm, heels, and hoop earrings who could get it from me. Kim.
Come on, but make it plain.
I've never been into Prince.
Have you seen Color Purple?
Even when I've never seen The Color Purple.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
No, I've never seen Purple Rain either.
That's what it is. Because when you see the way he make love to that woman, you're gonna be like,
Purple Rain's a movie? I thought that was his album.
It's a movie and it's the album.
Oh, it's like Lemonade.
Yes.
Okay,
said on their bucket list. Okay, it's on my bucket list too. I just don't want to go into the bathroom to do it. I don't want to be like, meet me in the bathroom, because the bathrooms, sometimes bathrooms don't smell so good.
So on some of the sites, they have like a category for like some of the X-rated video sites. They have a category for Mile High Club, and a lot of them, what I see is mutual masturbation.
Really?
Like it'll be the man getting the woman off or the woman getting the man off while they're in their plane seats.
I feel like I'm gonna need a private. Do it. I'm waiting for when I'm into my when I have a private jet to do that because I just feel like it ain't enough room. It ain't enough room for me to be doing all of that. Like we need a little room messing with me. Mel Holiday said it's both.
A lot of what I've seen is they just throw the blanket over their laps, and then the woman, like when I see the man getting the woman off, the woman will like curl up into like the guy's arm, like she'll hold his arm, and then his arm is in between her legs, going to town. So it just looks like she's just laying on his arm, but nah, she's not.
Listen. I love it. It's on the bucket list. Airplane bathrooms are too small, and I'm too big for the need the space. Exactly, Kim. You know what? Airplanes, all of it's too small for me. So I'm just waiting for them to have a big girl section, and so I can really get in there. I don't mean to be clapping right now, but just so I can really get in there.
Yes, you do. You absolutely need to be clapping.
Listen, Mino said I need a private room because all you have room for is 2 pumps and a grind.
See,
the bathroom is not for a whole session. You're supposed to be getting in and getting out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Get a quick one and get out. All you're supposed to do is reaching the goal. Y'all trying to make a whole movie in this airplane bathroom.
Listen, on Soul Plane, they was doing it everywhere. They was in the seats. They went to the captain hut. They went on the wing. They was in the bathroom. It was so funny.
They definitely did.
Okay, Tall Pump said go to first class, Phoenix. And yeah, it's a quickie move. First class. Now that sounds wonderful because they be having them big beds and you kind of lay back in it, have a TV, a little bag of popcorn, a glass of champagne over here. Yeah, that sounds nice. I'm gonna have to try that. And Mel said buy your own jet.
Most of I feel buy it. Okay. Hey, Drake.
See,
my own jet.
Listen, I love it. What about sexuality definition?
What do you mean?
Wait a minute, she's first lady said, if me and my husband tried that, they need to get the jaws of life to get us out.
Listen.
Oh, that's funny. She's first lady.
I love it.
It's the jaws of life.
Honey, it's going to be some maneuver, and that's how I feel.
Honey.
They're going to hold up the plane.
Though, could you really imagine getting stuck? Like, what if one of y'all sits down on the toilet and then accidentally flushes it? Now you're stuck in the toilet, and they really do need the jaws of life to get you out. Oh, man, now I got to take this off my bucket list.
Are you really not able to break the seal, to break the suction seal on that
toilet? I don't
know,
but I don't want to find out. That's how Kevin Hart got his whole, that's how he got the plane. On
Listen. Airplane. BTD mom said airplane is a no, but some small spaces are good for big girls.
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What? Expand a little bit. Give us some examples. BTD mom. Truck driver said I missed the question. The question is, are you in the Mile High Club? So have you had sex in the sky, in the airplane, in the helicopter? What else be in the sky?
I feel like in the air. Advantage we have as larger women, we have strong legs. So when BTD mom says that some small spaces are good for big women, you can anchor like if you have 2 walls, you can really wedge yourself into. That'll change your experience.
Like in the alleyway?
Now, not so much in I'm thinking like a laundry room or a stairwell.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, a stairwell, laundry room. Okay, yes. Anchor. Be anchored.
Your experience.
Kim Possible said, explain. Well, we'll keep that for the later. But I would like to know, what do you guys think of? Does sex change as you get older and different positions? Do you change your positions, or do you change how you do sex as you get older?
Tall Pump's trying to help you out.
Tall Pump said, no, you ain't sitting down bathroom. It's a bend over position. Legs up, Phoenix.
Educate, Tall Pumps. Educate.
Yes.
Legs
Tall
up.
Top Pumps, why don't you go on and call in, sis? Why don't you go on and call in, sis? Give us some pointers and let us know what's up. That's what I
Tall
think.
Pump said, "Look, I don't know the formula or nothing,
Listen,
but
let
this
me
is
break
how
it
you
off
get
for you.
it done."
Listen, legs up and what's that called? Shelly told me the other day. What's it called?
Which one?
That position, legs up and out.
Oh, the Duchess. No, you're not talking about the Duchess.
Duchess.
You're
We're
talking
not
about
talking about
the Mason chair.
the Mason
Where he's
chair.
sitting up and you put your legs up and out. Yep. And then you
Mhm.
throw it back.
You hear me? Throwing it back, throwing it back.
Hey. Tyrone said, wait a minute. Yes, Tyrone, we're here.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we're
What's
here.
happening?
We're talking about sex today. We're getting pointers from each other. We're sharing stories.
We are
We're
getting
seeing what
pointers.
people like. What don't you like? What have you tried? What have you not tried? Are you a part of
The
the Mile High
active
Club?
question right now is, are you part of the Mile High Club?
Yes. Is it important? Is it not important? Should you kind of?
I feel like Tyrone is. I feel like he is, and you gotta negate this right now.
Shelly gets the Tyrone is a part of the Mile High Club. Is you or is you not? this might have to be on my 2022 bucket list or my goals list. But y'all kind of pumping me up, okay?
Your dream board?
My dream board.
Not when is the class. Facts. Tall Pumps. When is the class?
Right. Tall Pumps has students ready and waiting to take this class.
Wait, how do you get the Mason chair from a V? So the V is when you're like just reverse cowgirl, if I'm not wrong, Mel, right? I was saying have your guy sitting up like on his knees like a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in the V, and maybe you don't even have to be in the V. You could even probably be on your knees. And making it bounce.
She's first lady said, yes, some women go through the change of life. It has different effects. Some men go through a change also.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always wondered about that. Does the change of life make your drive go down? Does it change your libido?
I think it can for some people. I think for some people it can make everything, because I think once you go through is the change of life, you your hormones are kind of knocked out of whack a little bit. So then your body has to readjust to this new way. And so I think it can affect your libido. BTD mom said you may have to change positions as you get older, especially if you're experiencing brother Arthur. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is true now, because he comes in and he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He working for the devil.
He does. He absolutely does.
Yeah. Listen, is it different? Can it still be as good? Because I think that's also an issue to where people stop having sex as they get older, because they feel like, oh, I can't do it how I did it when I was younger, so there's no sense and there's no point. But it really is. You just have to adjust. So I want to know what people's opinion is about that. Do you think that it should die down, or should you just adjust and kind of keep the same, or whatever? Or is it okay if it dies down? Listen, Tall Pump said, go ahead.
I feel like naturally it will die.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. But I feel like as you get older, you find the more direct routes for pleasure.
Like,
so I feel like you're not going to be like at it like rabbits anymore. But when you are at it, you know what to do. Like the job is getting done. A lot of I know a lot of younger people, or maybe just all women. I know a lot of women are like, oh, I don't have an orgasm every time I have sex, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
This is very common. This is very common.
But then the older women, they're like, sorry, Charlie.
What's that mean?
Get you somebody else.
Well, but then it might not even be the partner. It might just be some type of block that you have.
That's true too. That is true.
What do you think about oral sex? Is it a deal breaker, or is it not a deal breaker? Receiving and performing.
Personally, for me, it's a deal breaker.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing. We're not. What are you doing? Why are you not?
Top Pump said, I tried to call you. Try it again. Try it again.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying no attention. I wasn't even looking at the phone. Try it again. I'm so sorry, Tall Pumps.
So, Shirley, you think that oral sex is a deal breaker? Don't come to me if you ain't trying to eat. Oh. It's important.
For sure.
I think it's important, but is it also important going the other way?
I think more younger people is definitely a deal breaker. I think the generation right behind me is a deal breaker. And then for my generation going forward, for a lot of them, they were more in that prudish upbringing that you don't eat. You don't eat.
Listen, you better come hungry, okay?
Exactly.
Come hungry and eat good, okay? Spell the alphabet. Spell my name. Spell the dreams that you have for me and you in the future. You know what I'm saying? Let me feel what you have been wanting to say all day. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And guess what? I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do it better than you. So just give me all you got. That's all I'm saying.
She is first. You know what's going on? My phone is not. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure because it's not coming through. Tall Pumps. I'm looking at it this time and it's not coming through. So hold on just a second. But wait a minute. First lady said, "Who don't eat?" There's a whole lot of people that don't eat now. There's a whole lot of people that don't eat.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but they don't understand it. It's important. It's the deal breaker, baby. I don't do that. Well, why not?
I feel like that is, to me, in my opinion, that is probably more directly connected to religious upbringing, because there are a lot of religious people that are really, really religious that teach against eating, and that's for real.
To teach against that, teach against masturbation,
right?
Teach against all the good stuff. I don't understand why everything good got to be bad. Y'all tell me. Kim said, my mother continues to say, only white people do that. And I keep telling her that's not true. Listen.
No. But you know what? I know a lot of people that used to say that, Kim Possible, but listen. And that's why a lot of folk was going other places, seeking out other things, stepping outside the marriage, because y'all trying to do the missionary at home and they tired of that. And you refuse to eat and the saints want to eat.
Listen, it's important. Truck driver said, I was told you don't eat what gets up and walk away.
See,
name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Well, all I'm saying is, how do you need to learn these things?
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Yes, I'm trying to call you, Tall Pumps.
And you need to get in there.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Is this the Tall Pumps?
It is.
Class is open. Take it away.
It is. It is. With my Chicago accent thing.
Yes, we love the Chicago accent over here.
So let me tell you, I wanted to, what was the thing that you said after the Mile High Club? What was the one you were talking about?
What did you do? Mile High? She was trying to remember what that question was.
After the Mile High Club, I asked about the, I don't remember.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay.
As you get older. So since I am in the older category, I'm in Spirit Thought Leaders generation, and I'm still sexual. I can still have babies and all that foolishness. But a woman's sexuality gets a little bit more as we get older. That's how we always hear about, oh, well, she a cougar. And, my sisters that's in my same age category will attest that they get older, they hotter and all types of stuff. Whereas a man, sometimes his sexuality goes down as he gets older. Hence, you have to get pills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a lot of different stuff on the market now specifically for that. But do you think that it's an emotional thing, or do you think it's actually a physical thing?
It might be a little bit of both. People's sexual maturity, and I think a lot of times a person's thoughts on sex and sexuality has to do with how they were introduced to sex.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been traumatized by sex, and they haven't had an opportunity to have a conversation about what this is. Is this supposed to feel good? When they were abused or introduced to sex initially, and that's never been addressed, as spiritual thought leader was talking earlier about trauma. If you haven't addressed your trauma from sex, a lot of times it's hard to grow and become sexually mature as you get older on that side of it. But also there's a hormonal thing that's going on with men and women as we get older. So that tends where men's sexual performance goes down as they get older, and it goes up for some women. Or sometimes it's the opposite. When a woman is going through menopause, she's not feeling sexual. She may have to use more lubrication items because she's not having that same moisture that she had when she was in her 20s or her 30s. Mm-hmm. So every situation can be different. Now, as far as the oral sex goes and anal sex and all these other sexual acts, it all depends how open you are sexually.
Yes.
How open you are sexually, and how much you're willing to explore your sexuality and your partner explore their sexuality.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you consider yourself, like you said, sometimes it's different for women as they get older? Now, have you become more sexual as you got older, or have you kind of like dialed back a little bit?
It's a challenge, and I thank God for the pandemic, because it had me sit my hot ass down somewhere. I'm being real transparent. I had to go sit down when we had to shut in. Because so it was a blessing to be able to do that. And I didn't understand some of my peers that would be like, I don't even feel like sex, or they say they were celibate for a long time. I couldn't understand for the life of me what was wrong with them.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot to be. If you celibate for over 6 months, it's a lot. I can't imagine. So,
talk healthy sexual appetite or sexual practices.
Say that again.
Sexual practices. What did you say?
Say that again. She asked you to say that again.
It's hard to be celibate when you have been used to having a healthy sexual appetite.
Yes, it is very difficult. But I think in some instances it is important. You know, if you feel like you kind of getting you just doing a little bit too much, or if you want to kind of, learn discipline in that area, or if you have a goal of being married or whatever, I think it can be good. But it's definitely a challenge and a commitment you got to make. You have to make it, because there's no, it's rough.
And it's because everything is so sexual now, in advertising, in music, every place you go and everything you see can look at as a sexual overtone, right? Even the clothes that we go and purchase. I was finding it challenging. I have children in 2 different generations, and she was developed just trying to find clothes appropriate for her body, because she was developed. But I'm going to find clothes for her, and it's these little bitty things that was writing on the booty. So, a lot of times the sexuality or over-sexualization is put out there for our young girls and our young boys. And it's different. That's why when you get in the church, they don't want you to dress a certain way, because they knew once you start exposing it and skin is free and everything, and people's like, "Ooh, look at you see Phoenix, you got the girls out," and us looking at the screen, "Oh, look at you," So,
but I'm grown now. I'm grown, so it's a little different.
We're in a more sexually free culture.
Yeah. Now, so then what? My question is, what's your opinion on, where does the line stop and begin between sexual liberation and inappropriateness? Because I think a lot of people have this question. We've talked about it a bit before. So what's your opinion on it?
My opinion on sexual liberation and just going over the top?
Where does the line start or end?
I think the line we've already went past the line. We've already went past the line in sexuality and being conservative and not just on how we dress our girls, on how you see young girls twerking and stuff like that. I mean, we've already went way on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm. I, you know, a lot of people have opinions about it. So, you know, some people think that that's too much. Some people are not very bothered by it. So I just think it's interesting to kind of have the conversation to see where everybody lies. So we want to thank you for giving your opinion. I want to ask you one last thing, Top Pumps, because you was up here giving us the tips, the pointers. Teach us something. Teach us a little sex. Just to give us a little pointer so we could just be a little more happy in the sexual realm.
Well, I mean, you know, it's such a diverse topic. I can't just give you one pointer on what can make you more sexual, what can make you more open. Everybody has a different idea on what is sexual, what's over the top. I think just being honest and having a frank conversation about where you're at with it and what you want. What do you want? What do you want out of sex? Are you trying to just get a nut? Or do you want to try some other freaky stuff to see if you like that? Or, I mean, what is it you want to know?
So, okay, let's say you're with a partner and your freaky level is on level 100 and their freaky level is on probably a 10. But you guys have a good relationship. How do you kind of merge them together and kind of meet in the middle? How would you even begin that conversation with somebody whose freakiness was way lower than yours?
That's it. You just talk about it. Talk about what interests them, what turns them on, what puts you in the mindset of wanting to have sex with them. And a conversation, just like anything else, if you talk through a problem, you have to have a conversation about what you like, what you might want to try, and understand everybody is coming from a different sexual history.
Yes.
So that's where their sexual maturity might be different. And when you have a conversation, don't turn your nose up to something because they're not in line with you. That's not being open-minded to it. You know, if you talk to a guy and he's like, I don't want to eat pussy. Ooh.
Say it. He don't want to eat pussy.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, he's saying he doesn't want to do that. You have to understand and respect that maybe he was introduced to that, or that's not something that he has wrapped his mind around. So have a conversation and understand that, does he want to receive oral sex? Or is he interested in what's holding him back from wanting to have oral sex with you?
Right.
He's insecure about his ability.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate your opinions and the things you're saying. We thank you for calling in. Top Pumps always putting us on to some good information. This is good conversation. I saw somebody in the comments said, what are we talking about? Today we're talking about sex. Yes, sex and all the different facets of it, okay? We're talking about opinions. We're talking about experiences. What do you guys think? What do we think? And so we just want y'all to kind of join in. And also, let's kind of switch to something that we've talked about in the past, tantra sex or tantra sex. Have you guys, tantra, I just like the way tantra sounds. I don't know why. Have you guys learned any more about it yet? Hey, Gene.
I'm sorry. I was reading. I'm over here reading the comments here. Real Confession said a man said, "I don't eat pee." His woman said, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. It sounded like you said you gonna learn today." I'm sorry, I was distracted. So y'all just they killing me in these comments.
What are you doing? You're an adult. You have to. That's not even an option.
But I will say, I'm gonna go back to something that Tyrone said earlier. I blame that on the church because I feel that there are a lot of people in their church experience and upbringing that have been taught that, you know, anything oral is absolutely, as a matter of fact, anything other than missionary is completely out of the question. And so there are some very archaic ideas still out there. So I think we have to be realistic about that. Now, I don't know about your generation. For the millennials, I don't know if that's a big issue, but there's some other folk out there. They're like, listen, you gonna learn today.
I do feel like the church did a lot in being the relationship between like appropriate sex talk and just like mainstream. So I can see that. I can see people being like, that doesn't like that.
Yeah.
When in reality, we wouldn't be here. None of us would be here if the Lord didn't like that. Shelly B says she's never heard of Tantra until today. Okay, so Tantra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Tantra is I'm probably the worst person to explain it. I would love if Mike City would win. I know he's sort of an expert on this, but I'm gonna try. So Tantra is when people, instead of having intercourse like we normally see it, like what you picture when you hear the word sex, you are just kind of feeling the energies of your partner, and that moves you to a place where you're experiencing pleasure beyond the orgasm. If that does not make sense to you, then you are not alone, because this is probably like the 150th time that we've talked about this on the podcast, and I still don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay. So I learned that Tantra is just not about sex. I guess I just didn't realize that. But Tantra, wait.
I thought that's what we were talking about this whole time.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. Yeah. Tantra is like a whole way of life. So it's not just sexually, it's basically trying to commune with God on the highest level of awareness. And so
what?
It's about Tantra. Sex is just sexually Tantra. So it's the highest level of God, or the awareness of God through sexuality, is what I kind of understood today.
First, y'all wanted me to believe that you can have 45-minute orgasms.
Yes, you can.
Now y'all want me to believe that you can have orgasms with God involved. God, what is this, threesome? What is this?
Well, don't you think God is involved in sex regularly?
I do think that he is involved, as in like an outside force, like he's blessing this union. I need more detail on what you're explaining. How is God involved in Tantra?
So
I'm not here. You know, you can't. Exactly, you can't. I'm not here. I'm not here for this.
So I'm trying to see how, because where's Mike City? Is Mike City gonna call in, please? Mike City.
Just about to ask. I was just about
call
to ask,
in.
Mike, where are
and
you?
help our ignorance to this whole idea, because it's some things that we don't understand, don't know. Plus me.
This girl said, "Don't put your freaky shit on the Lord." Exactly.
Listen. First, let me address that. Because Jesus created the freakiness. He created everything inside me. So if I'm a freak, Jesus gave me the ability to become a freak. So if I like freaky stuff, you know what I mean? So I think he did. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Kim Possible said, I don't think he's involved in Tantra unless you're praying. So nah, don't put Gigi in that.
But listen, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. When you come, when you at that moment, what do y'all usually say? What are y'all saying?
Oh
God. That's what you usually saying. You're calling on God because he's
probably do use that phrase.
I
I
definitely do
probably
every
use
time.
that phrase, but not in that moment.
Not in that moment.
Not in that moment.
She's first lady said,
I
I cuss.
I'm with you. I'm with you. She's first lady. I do too.
I usually, I don't know. I say, oh God, all the time though. Like, cause it just feels so good. I'm just, oh God. So
Shelly
I
Thunder said
don't,
the same thing. Wow, how did I just not know that word? Expletives are usually involved. Yes, absolutely.
yes. Listen, this go there and say, you might be right. Jesus did walk around commando.
Hello.
Mike City,
Mike City.
is this
Welcome
you, sir?
into the room, Mike.
Mike,
Wait, who's this?
this is Regina Stillman. Is this Mike City?
This is Mike City.
This is spiritual thought leader.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea. I'm like,
Wait. Mike City was like, hold on.
Calling for you on Tantra, sir. We've been calling for you. Listen, they've been going crazy in here.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. What's going on? And I have stepped out to make a run, but I'm on the phone with you. What's up?
Hey, then come on, girls. What you got?
Okay. We want to know about Tantra, okay? But we got some Tantra. Is it Tantra or Tantra? I like saying Tantra. We want to know about it.
Tantra.
It is, okay, it's Tantra. We want to know about it. We want to know more information about it. But we just need someone who's maybe an expert, somebody who's already practicing it to kind of give us an overview or something, help us with our questions.
Okay. All right, let me give you a quick overview.
Mm-hmm.
It's more akin, honestly, to yoga.
Mm-hmm.
It's more akin to yoga.
Okay.
It's you learning your body and learning how to express it in that way, in that sexual way.
Okay.
Everybody needs it, and it takes practice. It takes practice, and you have to actively do it. Like if you stop, your body will get out of the habit of doing it. And like anything, it's like if you're on a diet and eat Burger King, it's not going to stay that way. You have to constantly practice.
Okay.
You can, and all it does, it's a way of just enhancing the sexual experience. You can, instead of bow, 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 wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, it's like when you get in that space, you stay in that space.
Oh, okay.
And you can stay there for as long as you want, as long as you train your body to do so. Like when y'all said, sorry about that. When y'all said y'all saw a person do that for over, hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
Oh, I heard something. It's like when you said you heard that person experience that for more than an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Yep, it's true. I've seen it.
So how?
And
so we want in on it. We want in on it, Mike. What? Mike City.
Well, I'm gonna go in on it. And keep in mind, I am in the middle of CVS by the pharmacy waiting to pick up something. So everybody's gonna be talking about.
I knew. Listen, I knew from the tone of your voice that you were out. I'm like, this man is at the post office trying to tell us about Tantra. People are looking at him sideways.
No.
Wait. Tall Pump says, Shelly, you got that look like I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it, Tall Pumps. I have not been buying this. They can solicit it all day.
Mike, were you doing Tantra when she squirted all over the floor?
You were?
He said,
oh, you were. Thank you. Listen.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to sign up.
Tyrone says that sounds exhausting. And this is what I have been saying about this whole thing. This sounds like too much work.
Okay. Put it like this. Me and Spiritual Thought Leader was privy to this. She saw it. Me and Shelby was on the show. Ask Spiritual Thought Leader about Shelby's face. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I accidentally hit the cue by accident. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I said, ask Spiritual Thought Leader about Shelby's face when it came up.
Yes.
She was beat red.
Yes.
And like she has to stop me, push me away, get away from me. Because yeah, that can't happen. And it's about.
And this is tantra you're talking about.
Knowing your partner. Yeah.
Now I love this.
There's
Now
certain
she's
things-
first lady is in with you, Mike. She said her husband, the elder, does tantra, and he's the one that taught it to her. Y'all better come on with tantra.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just.
Okay,
It's just,
so
like,
just
for men, what men do, it's not that you don't orgasm, you do, but for men, you can delay your ejaculation.
That's what we need.
Whenever you want it to happen.
That's what we need.
yes, you can. And KY sells it. They can help you if you need to delay.
Oh,
And
right here.
And for women, it's more of a when you get to that point. Think of when you get to that point at your highest peak, and you press pause. And you
okay.
stay there.
That sounds amazing.
It's just prolonging the experience, keeping it there. Most people, when they're done. It's like, all right, get off me.
Yep, go to sleep, get a snack. Yep.
But right, exactly. It's about when you get there, how to stay in there, how to stay in that moment, how to keep it there. Don't touch me, don't do nothing, don't push me off. I'm gonna keep you there.
Listen,
so very
very
briefly, if you will, I want to know if you could give me one simple tantra, I guess, stretch, move. What do you call it? What are the things that you do called? Position that I could try.
Hold on. Are you? Sorry, I'm in line.
It's okay.
It's a lot of. It's mostly yoga. Stretches. It's yoga. Like I can tell you, like downward facing dog. I can tell you because you're breathing, but you're doing it naked, and you're in that state. So you really have to train yourself. For instance, something that a man can do. And hold that thought. Talking with yourself. I'll be right back. 1 second.
While he's doing that, y'all see, now this Darren said he thought this was a spiritual channel, but it really, I'm telling you, y'all sleep on tantra. Y'all are asleep on tantra.
This man just said 3 things that made me not believe this even more. He said you're breathing, you're naked, and you're doing downward dog. That's what I be doing anyway. So I'm already doing tantra.
But are you focusing on your sexual inner?
Right.
Yep. Y'all not doing nothing different. He said breathing naked and downward dog, Lena.
He said a 40-minute orgasm. He said the man can hold off on his orgasm. So it's not as short as a lot of people dealing with the shit. So I feel like we need to listen to the brother.
No. Hello?
Yes.
Go ahead.
No. Hello. Let me tell you. You're not holding off on it. It's happening. It's just not shooting out.
Question. Mike City.
You know what I'm saying? So it is happening. It's happening, but it's not like shooting out for a man. And for a woman, it's happening, but you're in that moment. You're there, right there, constantly. Let me ask you a question. When you reach that climax, do you usually push people off and you're like, okay, no, you gotta stop. That kind of thing?
I know what you mean. I usually feel this when I'm getting ate out and the people are not listening to me because it's at the point where it's uncomfortable.
Okay,
it's too much. It's too much.
In that space where it's not uncomfortable. No, where it's not uncomfortable though, but it's in that space.
Yes.
But that's how you're training your body and you're controlling yourself for it not to be uncomfortable. How you do that?
The people at CBS are about to call the police on Mike City.
Energy. Because there's a feeling. There's a feeling. Most people don't go through it because they're like, all right, get off me. I can't. Go through that feeling. I promise you, you're going to experience something completely different.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. I know he's talking to the customer.
And you have to.
Okay.
You also have to trust in your partner. You have to trust in your partner. Trust in that partner that they're not going to hurt you, and just let them do what they do. And you're going to get to that feeling, and you're going to get to a point where it's going to stop, quote unquote, hurting, and you're going to you start all over again, but you're still at that pause height. If the person knows what they're doing, that's going to be it.
Shelly's still
Does anybody watch Naruto?
Naruto?
Yes.
I've
If you
seen
watch Naruto, or probably any anime, if you watch Naruto, this sounds like after they've been battling for days and they run out of chakra. And now they need to sleep and eat and recharge their chakra.
I don't know.
No, it's not like that at all. It's not like that. It's not like that. I promise you, it's not like that.
I feel like after I get done having a tantra orgasm, I'm going to need 4 gallons of water and an exorcism and a massage.
Shelly, what's wrong with some water? That's good for complexions. And what's wrong with a massage? It feels good.
I just feel like it's gonna be a lot, y'all.
I'm gonna give you something to try. I'm gonna give you something to try.
Yeah, give us something to try.
With a significant other. I'm gonna give you something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Get really, really, really I want you to do foreplay until you can't do foreplay no more. So getting turned on to the point where oh my God, you don't have any intimacy, you don't have any intercourse. Get turned on, so it's oh my God, I really need you right now. Get turned on to that point, then let him go down on you and tell him not to stop. And tell him to rub that space with his tongue right above the hood of the clitoris, but right up, right by the skin. If that makes sense, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yes. Okay.
And what's that gonna do now? Let us know.
Is this supposed to be tantra? Because it sounds like regular old sex.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right there.
Shelly. It's the experience. It's not just actions and things that you're doing. So, okay, First Lady said her husband uses a vibration. So it's
y'all are just having sex, people. Y'all are just having sex and calling it something different.
Shelly, open your mind. Open your mind.
She's with grandma. Tantra and grandma having sex is on the same plane for Shelly. The Tantra and mama having sex is done.
This sounds like the vegans bringing me cauliflower that's been battered and fried and being like, look, it's a vegan chicken nugget. No, it's not.
Ain't Jean.
Yes.
Okay. I would like for us to watch this video. This is a video that is actually a young couple on TikTok, and they practice Tantra. Okay. And basically they use it to bring themselves closer together in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop it. I was trying to get it queued up ahead of time, but honey, it just done. When it took off. Listen, they ready to get busy. So let me slow this down. I'm trying to pause this. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go, Lena. Go ahead and finish setting it up. My apologies.
It's about a young couple who uses Tantra to help them become closer in their relationship and have deeper sex and deeper connection. Okay. And so this is just something that they use to it's a Tantra practice, and they use it and it helps them become closer and have deeper, meaningful sex. So let's watch it and we can talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Y'all might have seen this couple before. But I love their page. Actually, they talk about parenting. They talk about rebuilding their marriage, and things that they didn't learn that they had to kind of teach themselves throughout their marriage. So I really love them. Have you seen this before, Shelly?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen them.
Okay.
I'm not sorry. I was laughing at the comments.
What?
Okay, here we go.
Can you make it the full screen, Eugene?
Yeah, I'm kind of handicapped because I got Mike on one channel, which is tying up one of my devices, and I got. Hold on, just a second. Let me try this another way. Just a second. I'm having to maneuver several screens here. Okay.
Or if you could just read what they're saying, because we just can't see the little words.
Okay, hold on just a second. This is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna take you guys out. Here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and let this roll. Offering a ball, just to fuck a bird. You say you think I'm look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, just to fly away. Flock of birds, offering a ball, just to fuck a bird. You say you think I'm love and diamonds. Look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, just to fly away. Okay, so let me stop that. I didn't really. I'm gonna pull that back in, Lena. I'm gonna pull you back in, Shelly. I'm put.
Shelly Thunder. Shelly Thunder said, so is this not the same as spooning? You and Shelly, I think that it's focused on becoming closer. So you can spoon, but you watching TV, you on your phone, you're disconnected. You're not really connecting with your partner 100%. I think the idea behind tantra is being able to consciously be open at the most highest awareness. That's the goal, right? So if you're there, can you imagine that connection with your partner and not even go ahead?
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh Lord.
I got so many things going on here on all these screens. Hold on just a second, Mike City. Okay, there you are. Okay, now I'm gonna get everybody back.
Before we go in, who was it? Let me see. Crazy Berry Town's gonna check and see if Tantra is on Pornhub or the porn sites, and let us know if it's people on there doing Tantra, so we can kind of people can see
about that.
What is going on here.
I can say this. A lot of male porn stars, they practice it. They have to keep that. You ever wonder why? Oh my God, how was that going on for so long, or whatever the case is? A lot of them practice it because people think shooting that is a one and done. No, it's like a movie. You got to shoot it from this angle, then shoot it from that angle, then shoot it from this angle, shoot it from that angle. It's a lot. So a lot of them practice that the art.
I didn't think about that. I know sometimes people have fluffers in the videos, but I think you can practice Tantra so that you're able to sustain for a long time to be able to shoot these porn videos for y'all.
Exactly.
This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Because you have to be able to necessarily ejaculate on cue, because it's like, okay, this is the scene and it's time for you to, you know what I'm saying? So right, it's time to pop, it's time to go. So when the director says it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yes.
So I have a question. Is Tantra just
So,
foreplay?
I mean,
Do you just use it as
I'm sorry, say it
foreplay,
again?
or like is it an entire experience without without intercourse?
You do it without intercourse. That's how you learn how to do certain things. I mean, because you gotta. It's better with a partner because you're learning your partner's body. You know what I'm saying? You're learning your partner's body. Your partner's learning your body. So with that, it's not. I can just jump on any random person and just make it happen. No, you know, we have to really learn each other's body and learn how it happens. Usually, when you see tantric sex and tantric partners, they are with each other. They know each other in and out. So I'm gonna know how you like it. I'm gonna know when to stop, when to go. I'm gonna know when you're at your peak and when to keep and how to maintain that point for you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's easier for men than for women because I love y'all to death, but y'all can be y'all bodies are amazing. I'll just say that.
We are what?
Your bodies are amazing.
I said your
Amazing,
woman's
okay.
body is
Women's
amazing.
bodies
Yes.
are amazing.
Because
Mike,
for a man, it's a lot simpler. For a woman, yeah, it's like you got to play chess. You can't play checkers in these streets.
Mike City, we want to thank you for coming on. Please leave us with one practice everybody can take home and practice their little tantra or something to kind of get introduced into it, and then we'll go ahead and let you go.
Do you do Kegels?
Right.
Yes.
So.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do Kegels.
Yes, heard you.
You hear me?
Yes.
They said yes, and we can hear
Okay. Get to that point where you're about to have an orgasm, and then just start doing Kegels.
Okay.
You're going to find that it's going to last a lot longer than you thought it normally would. It sounds weird, but that's something that ladies can practice.
Okay, and then what's something that a men could practice for tantra?
When you're at that point when you're about to explode, hold it like you're trying to hold your urine. It's going to be very difficult at first, but hold it like you're trying to hold your urine. Like we got to go to the bathroom really bad. You're trying to hold that urine in. Hold it, and you're not going to want to because you're like, oh, this is at that point. Don't let it go. Hold it and see how long you can hold it for. You'll see that by you holding it, you're still in that moment, and it's just lasting longer. It takes practice, though. It's difficult. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mike City. You have put us on some information. Shelly is still not convinced, but we're going to pray on her. I think you said a lot of stuff that we could all take home and kind of think about. And we appreciate you coming on, man.
Tell Shelly, I'm telling you, I can't say too much, but spiritual leader had proof.
Listen.
She saw the person's face. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
We appreciate it. We take it in. We praying on Shelly because Shelly's lying. Shelly decided she wasn't going for it in the first place. That's why she ain't learned. So there it is.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for calling in.
No,
Well, thank you.
I genuinely committed.
Listen, y'all know I love you. I'm in CVS in line. I'm in CVS in line. Okay.
Try to explain, Tantra.
This is full. I need to understand where y'all just put me. I'm in CVS in line with my uncle, mind you. With my uncle next to me. He's looking at me like, what you talk about? Everybody in CVS looking at me like, is he talking about orgasms and he's talking about what you're supposed to do?
Yes.
So you know I love y'all.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike City. Thank you so much.
For everybody, Mike City also has a stream, and he didn't he raid into us?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he had a birthday party for me today. He had a birthday party for me today, and he raided into the channel. So,
I want to read
very sweet.
One of the comments because y'all just been going in. Y'all not having the tantra at all. Wait, Disco Darren said, I ain't got time for all of that shit. Lay your ass down, put your legs up, and it keep leaving. Put your legs up by your ears and let me get in there.
Down, ass up.
You hear me? To each his own. That's the beautiful thing about sexuality it's so many avenues, so many definitions, so many things you can try, you can do. Yeah, Shelly, you could try
I
the
think we can
tantra.
all agree that tantra is not a real thing.
I just want to go. No, she is first lady, and that's why she's first lady, because she's open. So she is first lady. Said once you experienced it, it is so beautiful. And then she ends that up with "I cried." Now, I do feel like when you get that kind of intimacy and that kind of connection, that's connecting at a whole nother level. That's connecting at a whole different level. So, and now, and it depends on what kind of person you are. Are you a person that wants that kind of connection, or are you the one that, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, let's keep moving, we love each other, and that's it? So, and I'm not saying that to minimize, I'm just saying the difference between some people want that level of connection, some people don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I'm one of those. I'd be like first lady. I'm like Mike City. I'm like everybody else. I want that deeper level of connection. And anyway, and when you ask about religious and people in church, now listen, the Bible says the marriage bed is undefiled. The bed is undefiled. And I'm like this. I feel like whatever two people are adult and agree to, go for it. Whatever two people agree to and go for it. So there's nothing off limits. There's nothing that's a no. It's just a matter of, do both of y'all consent? Do both of y'all agree? If you do, go for it. And I think really the opportunity to give as much of yourself to your partner as you possibly can, I think that's just absolutely beautiful. That's just my opinion.
I do too. Listen, this has been great. Y'all have having some great questions and great comments. We're gonna have to do a part 3 on this thing.
Come on.
We really are. We really
For
are.
sure.
I'm thinking, let's turn that thing around.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Turn that thing around. Turn that thing around. Hey, turn that thing around. I need to come. This is a great show, y'all. Shelly, you first.
Sorry about that, Lena. Take it away.
Shelly, you want to do one first, or you want me to do one first?
Shelly,
I'll do one first.
I want you to do one first.
Okay. Well, here we go, people. Turn that thing around. Y'all already know what it is. So this is basically about seeing a different perspective, being able to see the positive and stuff. So the objective is to see the positive in a negative situation, okay? So I want y'all to give us some suggestions on how to turn that thing around. Shelly is our victim today. So she's going to be the point person on this one. So here's the first one. Sex is a big part of your life, okay? You have sex often with your partners. You are sexually attracted to people who can be described as tall, dark, and handsome. One night, you get drunk and end up going home with someone that is completely opposite of your type. You have the best sex of your life. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's the best sex of your life, okay? You are completely turned upside down at this point, or you can also say you turned out. That might be a better way of describing it. You realize that you were attracted to the tall, dark, and handsome type, not because you have been sexually attracted to them, but because they were the societal standard for sexiness. Turn that thing around. That was a lot.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm riding with it. I'm gonna go with it. I met you. You gave me a unique experience, and if I enjoyed it, we're gonna keep doing it. Maybe I was wrong, and I'm all about being corrected. So you corrected me once, you can correct me some more. You can keep on correcting me. I'm definitely gonna write it out.
I love it. Top Poem said variety is the spice of life. So there's that. So you just realize it's not just the tall, dark, and handsome. You like a lot of different stuff, and you open to it. But this is the thing about this one. You've been having sex with this type, and it hasn't really been. But then here you go to somebody who you initially would have thought this is not an attractive person, and you have the best sex of your life. So it's more so like a awakening, like you realize, oh wow, I've been kind of lying to myself this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I
Yeah.
realize, and I've been confronted with, okay, I'm not really attracted to this. I'm just doing this because it's what's acceptable.
Mm-hmm. But then so I would ride with it, but then it would also make me think that, like, is this a demographic thing? Like, are the tall, dark, and handsome guys generally just not, they don't have the sauce? And I need to stay with the short dad bod kind of guys? Or was this guy just an anomaly and really my soulmate because he blew my back out and I need to with it?
Well, wait, Mike City. Wait. Mike City said y'all have my uncle looking at me crazy. Uncle's like, what the fuck? What is going on? All up in CVS.
Listen, I know a lot of people. I was embarrassed for him. I'm just like, I cannot imagine in the CVS in the line.
What do you go in the CVS pharmacy for? To get medication to get healed. We talking about sexual healing up in this. Listen.
Will I get that feeling?
Sexual.
Oh, okay. Sing, Lena.
Hey.
Darling.
Hey.
Baby. Let's get it on. That's a different song. But you know what I'm saying?
I cannot. This turned into a tantra concert.
You hear me? Okay, so Shirley, give your stance on that. How to turn that thing around one more time. Because we got distracted.
I'm staying with him. If this man showed me, or woman, let's say that it was a whole different experience. I found a woman in the club. She took me home, showed me, hey, how's it going? We're staying together. I'm going to try to find a way to, and even if it's not like a relationship thing, and obviously this is me speaking hypothetically as a single person, but I'm going to try to find a way to keep her in my life so that we can keep having these experiences.
I like it.
And maybe get married.
One reason said, is it just sex? Yeah, I mean, it's about the sex. It's about the sex. It's about realizing that you're not attracted to this, you're attracted to this. And your whole life you've been trying to do this, and you haven't really been having good sex, and maybe you haven't orgasmed before. But then you come over here and all of it is right and perfect, and this is exactly what feels like this is who I am. So that's the thing. Like, you're like, oh my God. Because I think this happens to a lot of people. Just like I think Top Pump said, you go through your whole life, oh, I don't want to have a threesome. And then you get to a point where you do have a threesome. You're like, God damn, this is exactly what I wanted. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you. I am telling you. Top Pump said, so if it's a woman, do you think that makes you a lesbian? I don't know. Obviously, at one point you are attracted to men. Like, men clearly do it for you enough to get them in bed. They just weren't giving you that sexual satisfaction. I think that doesn't mean that, now that you found sexual satisfaction with a woman, you can't find sexual satisfaction with a man. But that might be something you need to explore. Maybe you weren't getting gratification from them because you're just not attracted to men and you were going along with society.
Mm-hmm. I say you people, y'all need to explore before you get into these till death do us part situations. And that's the danger with being a virgin when you get married. That's all I'm saying. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shirley.
Or at least have a clear understanding of who you are and what you want. Like, what turns you on. Even if you want to move forward as a virgin, have a clear understanding.
Yeah.
You need to have given yourself all the experiences.
Yes.
Disco Darren said, I was with this woman I was this woman's total opposite. She likes the light, bright men, not the tall.
She's short.
Oh, I'm sorry, not too tall because she's short, and a suit and tie guy. With that being said, I took 1/4 piece of a cheater and tore her ass up. Still contacts me to this day. I can't. It happens. It happens. You give that one the chance that is an anomaly, and it changes your life.
And I think people just tell themselves, oh, this is what I like, what I'm attracted to, and not really have really explored anything. They've just made a decision,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Diesel
For
said, I
sure.
think there are so many different sub areas to sex, and most times people fall into one box because they are scared to explore and learn different things. You don't know if you like something or not unless you try it. I'm going to agree with Diesel on this one. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's
important.
true. That's
Okay.
absolutely true.
Do you have a turn the thing around?
I do. Are we pitching it back and forth?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm excited.
I didn't put it in, so our mod can't put it in the chat. But I'll try to read it thoroughly. And if anyone has a question, just tell me to read it again. Okay. You finally get the guy of your dreams, Lena. You've been trying for the longest to match with him on the dating profiles. You got him. He's charming. He's charismatic. He's kind. And you got him a little eggplant down there.
Honey, I don't like that's another story. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You've been dating for a while. You've been dating for a while, and you're ready to go. It's time to get in the bedroom and show him all your tricks. He lets you know that he'd like to join you, but he recently contracted a totally curable STI. Do you wait? One? What do you do?
Which one did he contract?
Totally curable. Something you take meds and it's gone.
I need a specific one, Shelly.
And
which one?
Let's go. What's curable? Chlamydia? He contracts chlamydia.
Oh, okay. Sister
he takes chlamydia. Antibiotic, and he's
now. Did he contract it while we was together? While we was boyfriend girlfriend?
No, nobody ever said y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh, we not together?
I said y'all was dating.
Oh, okay.
And then you got comfortable to the point where you wanted to sleep with him.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say
there was no exclusivity.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm gonna have to lock that man down quick though. But first I'm gonna say thank you so much for being honest and open with me. You know, STIs, STDs, they're very common. A lot of people don't really realize it, but they're common. We definitely gonna talk about if we're having sex, then I'm probably gonna need to be the only one he having sex with. So would he be open to that? And if so, then I would be like, okay, you need to go ahead and get healed. And then I need to know about your sexual, are you you're probably not a responsible sexual person. So if you got chlamydia, you probably have
that doesn't mean that.
Well, usually if you're not using protection, you get the STIs and stuff. You know, if you didn't wear a condom, it's probably easier to get an STI or STD. I mean, he could have gotten it.
But what if he thought he was exclusive with somebody and they weren't as exclusive as he thought they were?
Mm-hmm. That's why, you know what? It's so many STD testing centers and sites. We're going to go get tested before we start having sex. I think you should just go get tested before you start having sex with somebody anytime. Because don't know. The only thing you know for sure is that testing result. Okay. That's the only thing you know for sure. So I think I would definitely wait. I would definitely talk to him about safe sex and what he sees is, does he use condoms? Does he, expect me to use birth control? And then we're going to get tested before we start having sex. Yeah, but I'm definitely waiting for that man. He sounds perfect. Just got burned. But we're going to pray on that thing. And it's going to go away in what? I don't know, a month or 2, 3. I don't know. And once it does, we're going to get that thing going.
I don't. Okay.
I'm waiting. That's an easy turn that thing around. I'm waiting. He my soulmate.
So you waiting?
We're waiting. Okay.
Did nobody ever say no dang soulmate? I said he was a good guy. He was charismatic, charming. This is your problem, Lena.
What? He not my soulmate? This probably is my problem. Well, you said the man was perfect. I don't know. I don't want to let him go. I want to get him in there. That's all I'm saying.
Did nobody say soulmate?
This is my problem because the first time we date, first date, I'm considering, are we marriage material? That's That's what I'm considering. So
But he
I
could
come
be
on
your
strong.
soulmate. I didn't say he wasn't your soulmate either.
Yeah, I'm coming on strong. Listen, I know what I'm looking for. Do you know what you're looking for? I know what I want. Do you know what you want? If you don't, you probably should go and get on away from me. That's all I'm saying.
I can't. I cannot.
Wait, did she
Get out of the picture.
I don't know what they talking about. Exactly. I don't know what the chat is talking about. The chat is going crazy. Y'all are live today. Okay, let me do my next turn.
That's Lena.
Let me do my next turn and think around. Okay, y'all ready for this one? Are y'all ready for this one? Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Your partner has a favorite position. Okay, the position is right in your face. This is actually the only way that your partner has been able to reach completion. Okay. Unfortunately, you don't do it very often because you got asthma. The last time your partner rolled your face, they got carried away and you almost passed out. Okay. You had to go to the emergency room to get a breathing treatment. You had to go to the emergency room to get a breathing treatment because they got carried away. All right. You almost passed out, okay? And so then it's 6 months later. It's 6 months later. Listen. It's 6 months later. Your partner has been hitting all day about riding your face tonight after dinner, okay? But you didn't get your inhaler prescription filled before the pharmacy closed that day.
Nah.
So turn that thing around.
I gotta turn it around.
You got asthma, but they like to ride your face.
Turn it around.
They got asthma. You got asthma. They, be on there. They thick. And it ain't no air down there. And when you try to lift up, they just push down further. So then your hands get trapped. It's a whole thing. But it's the only way they can come. It's the only way they can come.
I mean, and I guess I gotta die. Like I gotta take it and I gotta die. Clearly she's gonna sit regardless. And she's gonna continue to go forth so she can get hers. So I gotta die.
Wait. Disco Darren said you better go buy you a snorkel. Listen, they need to make them. No, because
there we go. That's how you turn it around. I'm gonna go get me a snorkel so that I can get my oxygen from a different angle.
Yes.
And she can still get hers.
Exactly.
There we
go. It's simple.
I can't breathe.
I'm mad you said when you try to push up, she sits back down. Like,
yeah, she aggressive. She aggressive or he aggressive. Sometimes, hey, guys do this stuff too. He's aggressive or she's aggressive. And you get caught up in there. You just it's just what can you do?
Oh Lord, help me right. Jesus, I can't breathe.
No, it's some of these guys like bigger girls. They like thicker girls, and once you get up there, you know what you're doing. You can get carried away easily. Okay, and some people don't know how to say and get some air, and people be down there really.
Oh Jesus!
You can't hear it.
One reason said oxygen too
when you're being suffocated.
All right, you can't say it. Pineapples. Then you try to spell it. Pineapples. They can't read that way.
Oh Jesus!
One reason said
you have two choices. You get a snorkel or you die.
Oh my God!
What about your inhaler? You forgot to. You didn't. And you weren't able to fill it.
And that's on you because why did I?
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. Why did I forget my inhaler? I know that I need this to be able to survive, so that my boo thing can get their satisfaction. Come on, do better, me.
Listen, I feel like y'all should. Somebody said do tantra. Y'all should do tantra and figure out how to make her come another way. To come another way, because that's not working for y'all. Somebody gonna end up dead. How do you explain that to the police officer? You you're going to jail if somebody died down there.
How
that's
did
all
he
I'm
die?
saying.
How did he die?
Up under me. Up under me. Girl, I can't deal with it.
Oh,
Did
that's
you guys
my
watch that show? This is totally random. But did you guys watch that show, 1,000 Ways to Die? I feel like this would be on there.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, baby.
This probably would.
It was on
Y'all
Spike
take me
TV back in the day.
Y'all took me
This
out.
would for sure be on
Lord
there.
Jesus.
Okay, Lena, this is the one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It's your anniversary. You waited on Mr. Perfect. You guys are now married. It is your anniversary. You are going to put on a strip show for him. So you went on Amazon. You found this nice, sturdy pole. You set it up in the bedroom. You got the roses on the bed. You got the music going. You got your lingerie and your pleasers on. You get on this pole and you going for it, girl. I mean, you're dancing. Tonight I'm gonna dance for you. You're going.
Oh, whoa.
You climb up the pole. You get to the top. You're about to do your final move. And the pole falls.
Mm-hmm. Now, am
Turn
I
it
hurt
around.
in the middle? Am I hurt in the middle, or is my pride just bruised?
I imagine you're not you can still move. Like you're not damaged to where you need to go to the hospital, but you are bruised up. Like you took a tumble. Because you was about legs up in the air, go on a spin, clack them heels a couple of times, make them booty cheeks clap, and then the pole it said no.
Okay, this is exactly what I would do. So I would be lying there on the floor, right? And I'm thinking in my mind, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Why did this have to happen to me? That's my first thought. Then the guy comes over, he's like, oh, babe, are you okay? Oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to start to act like I'm crying. Ah, and I'm just going to lay there. I'm not going to get up. Like, oh my God, I was trying to be sexy for you. He's going to be like, babe, it's okay, whatever. So I'm going to wipe my tears and I'm still be laying there. And I'm going to be like, dang, do you see that bruise on my leg? And he's going to be like, where? I'm like, right here. And then he gonna start like, oh wow. I said, yeah, just a little further, just a little further up, a little further up, a little further up.
No.
And then we gonna have him right in the end zone, baby. And I'm gonna be like, babe, move that pole over and I'm just gonna go in right then on the floor.
There you go. That's to turn it around for you.
That's to turn it around. Yeah, he don't even remember I fell off the pole.
Around.
All he know is
Come play doctor, sir. Please tell me I'm okay.
Exactly. Right there on the floor. I can see it right now. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Sarah, these comments are going crazy. Mel said, I'm crying. She's the lady said Sarah takes a tumble.
Exactly.
Dan said she got her lingerie on. I can't.
Royal Confessions. Kiss me where it hurts.
Royal Confessions.
That's where it hurts right here, but I did something here. Kiss me there.
Right here.
She ain't gonna.
She definitely Crazy Berry Town said you definitely turned it around. So for anyone who didn't, give him a recap, Lena. How you turned it around?
Listen, I'm acting like I'm really hurt. He gonna come over. Hey, where you hurt at? Oh my God! And be like, right here. He gonna start on my leg. You see the bruise? I'm chocolate. You can't see no bruises on me. You see the bruise? Go up a little further. Go up a little further. Open the legs. It's in between there. You see, I need some lubrication from you to help that, not hurt anymore.
If you know what I mean.
He gonna tell that story. He gonna tell that story to his folks, to his bros. He not even gonna mention the pole dropping. He's just gonna be like, this girl really
picking up what she's putting down.
You hear me? It's gonna be a good night, regardless.
It's gonna be a good night,
regardless.
Right there in the flow,
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a stripper pole anyway, just because it's good exercise too. So yeah, let me see. Top Pump says exactly. Play it off. That was part of the show. Now let's play doctor. Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. Disco incorporated into the show. They don't know that you messed up in the show. They don't know.
Especially when you tell him to kiss it where it hurts.
He ain't even gonna think about the show no more. He gonna go into overtime. He ain't think about it no more. Disco Darren said all that pole dancing ish ain't even necessary. Take them damn clothes off. Get in that bed. Let's go. Y'all ain't playing. Skip the pole. Let's do what we came here to do. Oh, Shelly said she can't hear.
Shelly. Okay.
Well, that was our turn that thing around, man. We thank y'all for coming and hanging with us today. I've learned a lot. Let's end the show with everybody say what their reboot is. And then Shelly, you can type yours and I can read it out for you. My reboot today was Tantra. Tantra is actually not just sexual. It's actually just a way of life. And I just love that. I didn't even know that. So that was my reboot today. Angel, you got a reboot?
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in it a little bit. So
okay.
First and foremost, I am in a group that is really eliminated most of the time when you talk about sex. Now, the thing about it is, if you are with a partner that is fitting, there's absolutely no holds barred, no holds barred. However, I am what is considered a gray ace. So I listen to the conversations. Some of y'all, do y'all know what a gray ace is? Mm-mm. Okay, so I am what I would consider to be a demisexual. Do you know what that is?
A demisexual?
Yes.
No, what is it?
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna let you look it up. Look it up. So at the end of the day, it's like all of the things that you all are saying, I'm like no holds barred, anything goes, but I'm just in a totally different space. So it doesn't necessarily fit within the confines of what y'all talking about. But it fits within the confines of the way I flow sexually.
Okay. Well, maybe we could talk about your flow sexually on our part 3. We can put it in there because we didn't even get to we were going to talk about the sexualities and all that type of stuff. So we didn't even get into that. So we definitely did a part 3. So Shelly, did you type what your reboot was? We're going to get hers.
She can't hear you. Did she type it in?
Okay, so Shelly Welly said, I'm committed to learning a tantra move. What? To use to reboot when my hubby comes back from work trips. I love it. So Shelly did take in the tantra stuff. I love it. That's a great reboot.
Cool.
Thank y'all for coming. And Jean, do we have the video for our promo?
Did you send that to me, Lena?
I did, but if we can't get it up this time, we'll have it up next time for y'all. Listen, we appreciate everybody coming into our podcast. We love doing this. We love having a conversation with y'all. So please continue to come back. Our podcast is on Fridays at 2 p.m. You can catch us on Twitch. You can catch us on Discord. You can catch us on Facebook and YouTube. So please, 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 if you enjoy the conversation, share our podcast to your pages. Let people know to come listen to us. We love to have a good time and just talk about stuff and, just have a safe place because a lot of people don't talk about sex and a lot of people have a lot of questions and stuff. And we can get some experts on here and all that type of stuff and just continue to talk about whatever we need to do to reboot. You feel me? So we about it. Also follow us on YouTube, STL reBOOT. That's REBOOT. You can follow our Facebook page group where you can post topic ideas that you might want us to talk about. You can also post turn that thing around topics. So I want to let you guys know, please go and join our group. We have engagement on there. The page is called reBOOT, REBOOT this. So you can go on there and engage with us. We talk throughout the week. Also want you guys to follow Shelly Welly on Instagram. Follow Shelly Welly on Twitter. And you can also follow her on, you got your Twitch page up yet? Follow her on Twitch. Look for Shelly Welly. And you can get some good content on there. You can follow me on Instagram at Leor Music. That's Leeor Music. Thank y'all for coming. And I want y'all to have good sex this week, whether it be with yourself, with your partners, whoever you like. Come back and tell us the stories next week. We're gonna have some good stuff next week also. So thank y'all. Have a great weekend. reBOOT podcast. Well, let's y'all show it again, Shelly. I might be delayed. She might not be able to hear me. But okay, thank y'all for having us. And reBOOT podcast next Friday, 2 p.m.
Peace for your journey.
reBOOT, growth, reBOOT, longevity, reBOOT, understanding, reBOOT, and integrity. reBOOT, me and you, reBOOT, we on the road, reBOOT, progress, reBOOT, self-discovery. reBOOT, got a lot to learn in this life, reBOOT, and I'm excited. reBOOT, gonna do it, my people, like mine. Yeah. reBOOT, what you gonna do when you need reBOOT? What you gonna do?